I would just say athleticism,
Okay.
because I played midfield in lacrosse. So I was running down the field, playing offense, playing defense,
Okay.
guarding players, trying to get by players with, my skills. Lacrosse is a hard sport; it requires a lot of skills. So, um, there's definitely a big translation there.
Christian, you came in, you're playing a bit of a hybrid role last year where you come in on a situation package, you might be playing a bit of the outside backer role. This year, where have you kind of seen yourself grow, especially in the offseason, and what do you kind of envision for your role this year?
Yeah, no, I've started to play much more like inside the box, the will linebacker position, just getting more and more reps. And I think the more experience I get, the more reps I get in practice, the better the game comes to me. The easier it comes to just with the reps. So I try my best to just stack days, get better every single day. It's been good so far.
What have you seen from Jake leadership-wise? As Tressel was saying, earlier that last year they kind of had to pull that out of him, and this year it's like totally different.
Yeah, no, it's big, because he's one of the only returning starters who was in our room last year. And, he's a great leader. He always has been. He taught me already a lot about the game. So, Shaney coming back is a huge part of our room. He's just a big spark in our room as well. He's always making the guys laugh. So, having him back is great.
You talking about improving your IQ, just getting in the game more. What are some of the things you're able to do maybe in the off season that's tougher in the regular season to do? Like, how are you trying to break some of those things down and get in your brain?
I think it was just more like universals, offensively, like what kind of plays are what I expect to come and stuff like that. So we kind of just sat down in the off season. We're watching a lot of film. We're watching NFL teams play, college teams play, kind of just breaking the game down and just making it simpler.
How much further along are you compared to last year at this point, I think?
I would say a lot. I got bigger, stronger, and I think the game itself is just slowed down a ton. When I got here in June, I was kind of all over the place. It was only my second year playing linebacker. They had me at the dollar position, they had me at the will. But once this off season and the end of last season came, I think the game, like I said, just definitely slowed down. Just became easier and faster to play.
How much of the game slowing down was attributed to you being able to play, at the end of the year?
Yeah, I think that was a big part of it. Just getting more experience. The coaches trusting me to put me on the field, and especially as a young kid. Just working off my mistakes and just not making those mistakes again.
After last season, Jordan and Muna opted to move on. Obviously, at the time, there was kind of like a clear path for you to potentially grab a starting job. I'm just curious, what was kind of just your reaction when they brought in a couple transfers, a lot of guys who played some big time football, and brought those guys in too.
Yeah, it was tough to see Muma and Jordan leave, but the transfers coming in, not a lot to say about it. I just knew it was going to be a great competition to be with them. But they're all great dudes, great people to talk to. So honestly, just having more competition is more fun. So it's been great so far.
You guys just kind of maybe envision this working with so many guys who have, I know Coach Tressel, Coach Fickle want to rotate guys, but how do you kind of just envision the challenge of playing off each other and maybe sharing snaps?
Yeah, I think they're kind of looking at like three dudes to maybe rotate in. It's hard to tell now. I think we're all just competing for those first two spots, and we'll see what happens from there.
What stood out to you about Jaheim and Tackett specifically?
They're great. They're athletic. I think that's the biggest thing. You definitely need a lot of athleticism in today's game, especially with Jaheim. He's really athletic, long, and Tackett's, he's got a lot of speed to him as well, and he understands the game really well. So I think the biggest part of our room is just the biggest jump is just the athleticism. I think it's a really big jump.
Coach Fickle's talked about a couple of times wanting the kind of the whole program on edge or playing to the edge. Like, what's that like on a day-to-day? Like, we see on the practice field maybe some blow-ups or whatever.
Yeah.
But, like, how does that translate to the rest of the weight room, the meeting room, stuff like that?
Yeah, I think, just bringing your A game to everything you do, whether it's the film room, on the field, off the field. Just always bringing that edge, just trying to get better every single day. And obviously it translates on the field of practice. There's always going to be a fight here and there or something like that, just because guys are getting after it, trying to compete and get better.
I felt like the message Coach Fickle and Coach Treschel preached was athleticism and length